What is up, guys? This is Luke with LPCubing, and today we're going to be doing some first impressions of the Cuber's Home YuXin Little Magic M. So this is sort of an unboxing. I did accidentally open this up because I thought it was a different order. So I guess there's just no taking it out of the box, but I haven't turned it yet. This is still my first impressions. So it comes with a cubicle stand, comes in this really nice leather Cuber's Home bag, some extra stickers it looks like, comes with something else here too, which we'll get into, and last but not least, the cube itself. So I never owned or turned a regular YuXin Little Magic before. I've heard some great things about it, that it's a really great budget cube. Some people think it's better than the MF3RS2, other people don't. But I've just heard overall that it's a really excellent budget cube. So I can't really compare it, but that does make me pretty excited to check out this magnetic version. Anyway, let's just go ahead and see what else is in here. Alright, so we got some more sticker shades, and then that just looks like where they cut the stickers. Okay, so nothing in there. So it comes with this Cuber's Home logo on it, which is pretty new. It looks like it's just been printed off on a label, it looks like. Stickers are a bit dirty, although I can just clean that off. Right away, it does feel a bit wobbly, so there might be some stability problems here. And one thing that I noticed about this cube, even in pictures online, and I expected it, is the stickers. They're very unique. They resemble full-fitted stickers, but they really look like paper. Here it is next to my Volk 3, and as you can see, it doesn't really have that glossy finish. It's more of a rough paper feel. But enough about talking it, let's go ahead and get into first turns. So right away, it feels very dry. It's pretty uncontrollable. Oh boy. So yeah, it's pretty quick, but it's not very smooth. It feels really fast and uncontrollable. Catching seems to be a pretty big issue here. Let me go ahead and see strength of the magnets. Yeah, there's a click when you do it, but it can be pretty easy to overshoot. So it really is quick. Taking a look at the inside of the pieces here, they are pretty wet, so it looks like that this cube has been lubed. So yeah, I'm not sure why it feels so dry, but right away, just based off first turns, very unstable, wobbly, pretty catchy, and really dry. Let's go ahead and do a corner cutting test. You won't quite do 45. Tensions aren't even that tight either. So, it won't really do 45. Reverse corner cutting. Not bad. Not bad reverse, but yeah. So, I mean, it feels pretty good, but it's just really dry. Oh, corner twist there. Yeah, I'm experiencing a lot of stability issues and a lot of uncontrollability. Let's go ahead and take a look at the mechanism. The edge here, it looks pretty familiar. I've said this in a lot of videos. It looks like a simplified Waylong edge. And then corner also looks like a knockoff of a Waylong. This thing pretty much looks like a Waylong knockoff. Alright, so as you guys can see, in my first impressions, I've experienced quite a bit of lockups, catching. This piece is falling out when I barely even touched it, corner twists. So, not liking this cube so far at all. Of course, my first impressions of the MF3RS2 were also pretty bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the center cap design. So that's pretty unique too, really small screw. Also has these circular center stickers on like a square base, so that's pretty interesting. The stickers are also placed pretty poorly, almost like it's just a rush job. So I really feel like this cube has potential, but I'm really struggling to turn it just because of how quick and uncontrollable it is. I really like quick cubes. A lot of my cubes are set up to be quite a bit faster than some of the other cubers that I know, but this is just way too quick. So I'm going to go ahead and put some lubrical silk in this. We'll come back and we'll see how it performs then. And so after putting a little bit of heavy lube in this, it still is pretty uncontrollable and quick. Stability is still a big issue, and despite lubing, it still has that sandy feel to it. The magnets are nearly non-existent, they don't provide a tactile feel, and they really don't help with the stability at all. I did solves on it, but I didn't do any time solve, and I really don't even have to do any time solves to know that I just would not get my average on this cube. I suppose I could play around with it and try to set it up a bit more, but I don't really see any potential in this cube. It just doesn't feel good, and just stability and catching is a major issue, as well as the mega corner twisting problems. So I don't really see what the hype about the YuXin Little Magic is. This cube just wasn't that great. My MF3RS2M is absolutely incredible. It has become my main, even over the Gan Air SM, the Weilong, the Volk, many other cubes that I've tried, and this one just doesn't even come close to it. So I might be being a little bit harsh on this cube, but it just doesn't seem main worthy, doesn't really have a whole lot of potential, in my opinion. Just too many issues with it. However, one thing I want to point out is this is a $15 magnetic puzzle. That's just something that is not that common in the cubing world. You just don't really see $15 magnetic cubes. So I guess that is a heads up, but the magnets don't really make that big of a difference. And I think if I turn to YuXin Little Magic, I don't think it would be that different from this. So I checked this cube out. I didn't really like it. If you guys are having other experiences with this cube, because I have heard some great things about the YuXin Little Magic, let me go ahead and know in the comments below. Alright, so I've had this cube for about a week now, and in my original first impressions, I was way too harsh on it. Earlier how I said I know I wouldn't be able to get my average, that is not true at all. I was definitely able to get my average with this cube, and some really good times. I feel like the main reason why I was so harsh on it is just because it's different. It doesn't really feel like any other cube. So it might take a day or two to get used to, but once you do get used to it, it has a very fast and unique feel, and it is quite a pleasure to solve on. So it's just a different type of cube, and it takes some getting used to. After a while, the sandy feeling has worn off, and it's just super fast, and the magnets are a pretty good strength. So I like the Cubicle Labs MF3RS2M better than this, but keep in mind that cube is $27 and this cube is $15. So for just being a $15 magnetic cube, this thing is just amazing. I love the feel of it, and it just takes some getting used to. So in about a week's time, my opinion has went from this thing to being pretty much abominable to it being pretty incredible. I'm just going to go ahead and reflect on what I think about it now. It has a really fast and unique feel, and I think it's quite pleasurable. Stability isn't really an issue either. Once you just get used to the feel of the cube and you kind of learn how to use it, I guess, all of the issues that I said earlier don't really happen. And I talked about how corner twisting is probably going to be a big issue. I've only had one corner twist during the solve, and I was kind of messing around and like experimenting with the cube and stuff, so I wasn't really trying to get good times. So overall, this is actually a pretty awesome cube. It has a great feel, and for being a $15 magnetic cube, I would definitely check it out. I think that the MF3RS2 is a little bit better, but this is a cheaper alternative and definitely would be great for any beginner cuber. I will have a review of this puzzle coming out in the near future, but thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.